property today, clearly. So first and foremost, how do you think intellectual property differs from the First Amendment, which is kind of what you guys have been learning about this entire semester. So a few reasons why it's different. So what does First Amendment rights protect? Speech, religion, blah, 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 all those things you had to list on your first test, right? So on the flip side, what does the intellectual property protect from? Yeah, so intellectual property protects kind of more creative work. So video, music, books, artistic works, right? That's how you think about intellectual property. And the reason that intellectual property exists is so you have a right to profit financially. So you create something that's creative. How do you put a number, a financial number on that? How do you make money from song lyrics or something like that? So that's why intellectual property exists. A few terms that we're going to have to go through today to talk about intellectual property as a bigger picture are copyright, infringement, and fair use. So does anyone have a tentative definition for any of these terms? It could be in your own words, it doesn't have to be technical. Like, what is copyright?
Basically, whatever you create, you have, that is protected, no one else can use it without your permission, and just basically like steal your ideas, or not your ideas, but like something you created.
Perfect, yeah. Anyone have a definition for infringement on copyright? So we were just talking about in our prompt. What was the Batman and Batman potentially doing?
Stealing the copyright.
Cool, yeah, so infringing on copyright, right? It's pretty much in the word. And then fair use, anyone have, yeah?
Isn't it kind of when you use something for educational purposes instead of like making money?
Yeah, it can be. So fair use is kind of the legal loophole to copyright, and we'll go more exhaustively of all the different ways that you can use fair use, but educational opportunities is one reason that you could argue fair use. Awesome. So just so you guys have the definitions, these are some of the definitions, the technical definitions, but what you guys said and put in your own words was completely correct. So again, this slide will be online too, but if you want to copy down some definitions. So copyright grants the creative and original work exclusive rights, right? But even though you own that work, kind of just like if you own a car, right? So if Alec gives me his car, and he's like, you can drive my car today. Here's my keys. And I'm like, thanks, Alec. I'm gonna drive your car. And I get pulled over, and the cop is like, why are you driving Alec's car? It's not your car. I can call him and be like, he gave me permission, so it's fine. If he didn't give me permission, it would be a different story, right? Because that would be more than infringement, it'd probably be stealing Alec's car. But just to give you guys an actual example of that. Cool, and then like we said, fair use is the criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, etc. And we'll go more into detail on that later. So some landmark cases, since this is a law class, we're going to start with a really old one, 1879, Baker versus Selden. So this case was really the first one to conceptualize the idea of copyright. It was a little bit less technical than copyright, but it pretty much said that the Supreme Court distinguishes that methods and processes and inventions and discoveries may be protected under patent law. So copyright didn't completely exist yet. It first started with this patent law idea. Then in 1985, Harper and Row Publisher versus Nation Enterprises kind of put it even more on the table of kind of copywriting and getting money for your ideas. So I guess my other question for you guys, do you guys think intellectual property and the First Amendment work together, or they kind of work against each other? Are they friends? They hang out? They drive Alec's car together? Are they neutral? I told you guys I'm not talking for the whole hour and a half today, so I can sit here quiet all day.
I feel like they kind of contradict each other just because the First Amendment is like say whatever you want, and intellectual property is like except for this, basically.
Exactly, right? So intellectual property is kind of putting a cap on your freedom of expression, right? Because it's saying that if I take someone's freedom of expression, I'm potentially breaking copyright laws, or I'm potentially infringing. So I guess, why do you guys think we need copyright? if it infringes on such things. Mm-hmm.
If you create something, you have the right to like own it.
Yeah, so it goes back to that first slide. You should be able to financially profit. If you are a writer or you are in the artistic field, how do you make any money if you don't have copyright? Which unfortunately you kind of need in life. So the purpose of copyright, which we've kind of discussed, is to protect the rights of artists to profit from and control the use of their work. And to preserve the public interest by guaranteeing that eventually the right to use the works will pass into the public domain. So there is a sphere after something is copyrighted, kind of where you see those Disney commercials where it's like Disney releases from the vault. Those Disney movies, that's when the movies go into the public domain. So no longer just owned by Disney. They're now out for the public's use. But we'll talk about Disney later. They're super strict with their copyright.